It's Aries season. I was supposed to be born Aries 1, April 1. We're in the first decadent, so the sun is just starting to come up. The birds. I already had an upset stomach, so I took him out. He kind of lurped, excuse me. Lurp is what I call foam. Dogs do it sometimes. I'm not real sure under what conditions. He's getting old. Things are shifting in him. Energies are potent. It's happening to me too. And I came back in, and right when we were at the front door, 2 geese came right by me. And I just kind of do my nature salute, like, thank you for sharing you with me. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I got some big feelings. I was just getting ready to do this talk, and I went in and got Mom to the restroom, got her to the bathroom, and then got her settled back in. Turned on Rockford Files just for background sound. Mostly for Luna. Now she's out here. And I was thinking about all these people I'm seeing on, like, because I'm new to TikTok. Cat talk. I'm new to Kit Kat, cat cock. What? I'm new to all that, so I'm seeing all these people that love critters as much as me, and there's all these people that are just now getting in, like they ain't never had pets before because their parents ain't never allowed it because their parents didn't love them, so why would you have extra shit to love? Yes. And so, nope, that's not the song. So this dude with this cat, what's his cat? The little orange cat. This short little face. Just sits there chilling. Homeboy got 2 more. He gives him the best names too, but like he's up to like 4 now, 5 now. And it's like if we had in our local communities designated, like, because I've been in pet rescue for so long. I've been tracking this because it's near and dear to my heart. I got all 4 of my old dogs from the same pet rescue that's still going strong 20 years after it started, the Basset Beagle Rescue of the Heartland. And I learned a lot of cool stuff. I even came up with an app that pet rescues can use as far as, because they do so much, because they like take in the dogs, and then they have people in the community that foster, and then you have warehouses that donate dog food to the rescues, and then they distribute that to all the dogs that foster. That if we had more people that are allowed to do, because there's so many of us, man, we don't want to live in the world that you people are creating. I can't live in the world that you people are creating. I can't live in a world where truth is not allowed. And every time I speak truth, people are like, I don't hear you. It's not allowed. And I'm like, I don't, so I'm going to be less and less of a participant in the active world. In a large scale. I like small, intimate groups, gatherings. So I was thinking about all of us people, that just don't want to deal with the bullshit. Don't want to stand in lines. Don't want to, work for other people so they can make all this money and go on conventions, which is code word for freaking tax write-off vacations for the popular people in the company. That's all that those are. We got so much money we can't bring down the prices, the cost of things for poor people. So let's go on vacation, okay? So all these people that are going off and leaving their oh, I gotta go, I got this convention, I gotta go. Dude, they fucking play, dude. They fucking party the whole time. Basic. This world is basic. I went and met a senator the other day. And one of the things I said, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it, because there's how things are, and then there's how things really are. And I have a really hard time freaking differentiate when navigating through the world, dealing, you know. And I was thinking about how I called today's talk Disipline. Self-restraint is discipline. I was listening to Robert Phoenix this morning. RP. We'll just call him that. Popping that collar. He's talking about, you know, being in the past. Talk about living in the past. I always like Tower Records better myself. Anyway, he says good shit. Whatever. He's just a him. I liked him better when his mom was alive. He was cooler to me then. So, anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, what he was talking about how people are not gonna have a hard or it's because it's Aries season, so it's gonna be like the season of confrontation, and people deny confrontation and blah, blah, blah. How nice that people have been given a bubble that they can retreat to, where they have never had to deal with confrontation, so it's oh so too much now. How nice for them. That's what I say, man. People, I've been saying it for a while, and maybe it's going to be verified by other people's actions. Who knows? That bubbles are going to pop. The bubble of security. And I can see who discipline themselves. And that's why everybody's scared, is because they can't help themselves. They can't stop themselves from drinking that drink. They can't help themselves from eating that. I've been there. I'm speaking from experience. And when I've when I've actively lived that way, you want to go walk around? No, he got the chair fair square. The consequences that I feel make me live out of anger, because I feel fearful and I'm in pain. And I take it out on everybody else. And that's what I'm seeing. Because people didn't do the work. They were given all of the, hey, you got to take care of yourself, man. You got to take care of your body. Health is wealth. They were given all these, you know, they're told all this stuff. But I didn't hear it. Nobody told me. Yeah, they did. You just didn't listen. Because, you know, self-will run riot is way more fun to do whatever you want. And we're going to see self-will, and people are going to learn about physics. See, they don't know, because people that grow up in decent society where boys don't hit girls in public, you know, there's how things are, and then there's how things are. So boys don't hit girls, you know, all that stuff. Oh, I want to go back to the pet thing, though. I want to finish that, though. But I keep envisioning people that don't like living amongst the stupid rules that the bureaucrats make. I think I might make it tonight. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. The verdict is still out. The energy's favorable. We'll see how the day goes. So... because let people just have their own pet rescue. Call it a pet rescue, and then and then as a community we figure out, you know, get that vein into the main vein of the big, you know, the contributor that wants the tax write-off of helping people. Because New Mexico, man, it's everywhere. Like, people are, like, the people at top, $20 million to divvy up against 10 I mean, the money is there. The senator that I met the other day, he was telling, dude, the money is there. They're producing fossil fuels, you know, it's there. I need to figure out how I can get in to get my part to do my vision, to create my part of the world. Because the world's going to need what I see. You know? And people are getting so violent. I was reminded this morning on a meme or something about somebody was like, in 1966 I was in 3rd grade and a nun, sister whatever, I wish I would have screenshot that or saved it or something, but oh well, can't keep track of it all. And the lady kicked a little girl in the head. The whole class heard a crack, and the girl just dropped dead right in front of the whole class. And then the late, she wasn't it's just like, there's evil people, man, everywhere, I swear to God. And so, and then the lady just said, just walk over her and go out to the playground. You know, I mean, this stuff, like, the whole world, it's going to get so seedy and so gross because more people are taking the bullshit out their eyes and they're seeing people for how they are, because truth is a frequency and people are raising into their frequency of truth, and it's like a magnet, you know. And then lies repel. Like if you put a north and a south end of a magnet together, they repel. People have those energies too. I'm a positive person. Mostly. Everything's about balance. I can dip into my negativity. I'm a spiritual being having a human being. Everything fluctuates. Energy ebbs and flows. I am influenced with free will with planetary alignments. You know, you could feel like this, but you don't have to act that way. And I was listening to I was thinking about how storms and how the earth as one being collectively works. Like the energy goes to the bottom of the ocean. Boom, pulse, hits the ground. Rocky, rigid, sandy, whatever, right? Boom. Goes back up, creates that's why we got 30, 50, 60 foot waves. That's freaking energy, pulse. People worked up on the 35th parallel, going out, brrr, like a radio, all worked up from induced fear. It induces the frequency. People are going to get more freaky, shorten out, because they're tuned out. They don't know how to dial in to source, creator, the good stuff, the place that says don't hurt people, keep that stuff out your butt. If the world kept stuff out its butt, man, what a place it'd be. So, and then it goes from the bottom of the ocean, and it goes, you got these huge waves, and then the energy goes out of the ocean with all the force from hitting the bottom, meets the clouds. The more people react inside, the more the earth will change. If I'm wrong, we'll wait and see. I'm just trying to stay. Boop. I was thinking about that. I grew up in Morro Bay, little girl. Lived a couple of predominant years there. Taught myself how to ride a bicycle when I was 3 years old. I got it for my 4th birthday. Uncle John put it together, but his little old dude wore the bray. But I took off the train wheels, and anyway, I would love crabbing. I love going down and catching crabs, and I got a crab net for my birthday one year. And I could go, Mom would take me out to think, and I could go out to think, and I would just play on the beach right there in Morro Bay, and the life lessons that I learned that I carry today, I tell you, I talk about them in these videos. And life is like the ocean, you know. Some days, sometimes, it's real smooth sailing. There's not a whole lot of burp, 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 up and down between the energy pulsing below and above. There's a balance. So nothing pushing from the top, nothing pushing from, there's a balance. And people aren't keeping themselves balanced, so they're going to create this whole cognitive dissonance, you know. I used to watch and then sometimes, man, I get seasick. I got seasick. Last time I was on the ocean, I was 12 years old. It was like, that was such a hard year for me. My grandma took me with my aunt, and we stayed in a hotel right on like the main beach in Santa Barbara, like important people do. I played a lot of solitaire. And we went out in this one of those pontoon boats with the two pontoons, and then they had the net in front, and I went and laid in the net, and there was like 12, 15-foot swills, and we were just going up and down and up and down, and I was just going with the flow. What you need, girl? Okay, come on. I got a couple more things to talk about. We'll go out the back. Oh, it's back here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I should have known better. Come on. Come in. Come on. It's cold. It ain't warm. I got butter all over my sweatshirt today. Okay. Good girl. Thank you. Every fucker that has a yard that they can just let their dog out in, they're not grateful for it. Fucking shit, man. Taking four dogs out on a lead. I can't wait to find out. God, please, if you're out there, I'm ready for a house where I have a door they can just go out into the little courtyard and just be out there. Smell the smells, put their little face up. See, for a lot of people, animals just aren't animals. They got their own voices. They got their own personalities. A lot of freaking characters on TV shows are based on freaking childhood pets people had, relationship they had with and people that don't understand animals like that, they don't see the magic. They don't dream in color. They don't dream. They were just given a book to read, memorize the words in the book, and act accordingly. That ain't my way. Cheers. So, gosh, I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to freaking, I'm gonna be 50 April 9th, and I keep I imagine what I wanted to do to celebrate my life, because it's been so fucking hard. I deserve a little party. And then I think I'm too tired to fucking throw myself a party. And then I get sad because I can't seem to be the person that people want me to be enough to inspire them to want to celebrate me. I just gotta breathe through that shit. You know? I mean, the resources that are spent on bullshit, I'm better than that. So all these people that are getting critters now, I would love to see them just be able to, be set up in an environment where they can just, because, man, where I came from, dude, I was feeding 22 cats. It still breaks my heart. I'm feeding 5 now, 4. I wish I could. I'm going to try and maybe contact some local. There are rescues that if I can, because he let me touch him. Pharaoh Daryl, he let me touch him. So, and now he comes and greets me, and he's all fucked up because he don't got nobody, and nobody fixed him. And so that their eyes get like that and their ears get like that from freaking fighting and getting swat at. So I can see, I want to have a rescue like that. I want to have a place where I can just take care of people, animals, problems, situations, because I've had so many, it's got to freaking count for something. The hell that I have been through has got to count for something. Otherwise, what for are out there thou? What's it all fucking for? I lost my amber. I think it's in the washer. See, this is why I can't put stones of protection in my pocket. Because I leave them in my pockets. I can't remember what pants I had on because I wear so many pants. Oh, there's my sweater. And then I saw an ad on Facebook that this woman was pleading for help because her mom's in a wheelchair, and she takes care of her mom. See, like attracts like, and people that create the problems can't fix the problems. And people that never take care of nobody and always been taken care of, they don't know how to take care of other people and meet the needs. So they don't need to be sitting in the chairs of the community, as far as I'm concerned. And so this woman has and her mom, and she's had to cancel some appointments for her mom because her mom's wheelchair bound. And there's no, the companies around here in Taos that exist to aid people, they don't have people to drive the vans to go pick up the people. So that's a situation in Taos. So I got this van here, and I think a wheelchair would fit in it. But it would just be a lone situation, and that's risky, and I don't have full coverage on it and stuff like that. So now I gotta do a pros and cons, and oh yeah, there's my yes. Muscle memory, my friend Jude taught me that. And for me, yes is my heels and nose is on my toes. Because energy tells us and guides us and directs us. And that was a big yes, so guess I'll be reaching out to this woman to see if I can help her get her mom to her appointments at least. I just hope they're in Taos and not Albuquerque or Santa Fe, because I don't think I could do that. I don't know, because, yeah. People aren't real accountable here, and see, and I got to learn about discernment too, so we'll see. My hot water's coming back, I think. I think the hot water's coming. It started doing this morning. It was going. So I think the hot water's coming back. Yesterday, I get these Your Day at a Glance app. I use this Your Day at a Glance, and it's like tied to little tidbits based on my astrology. And yesterday it came up and I got a screenshot of it. It says, notice the disciplinary mechanisms lashing back at you. So that's why I didn't really feel like going and meeting the city hall last night. I wish I had a friend to go with me. Someone else that was willing to get involved too. People they're willing to talk about getting involved. They're willing to talk about all the things, all the reasons why you should get involved, but going and actually putting your butt in a chair is not the same realm. But I mean, it's a part of it. It's just not as significant as inconveniencing yourself. And that's why I look out in the world and I see people, and it's just like, I mean, NPCs to me are people that are they have no discipline in their life. They're just completely going around doing whatever they want, completely self-will, all that, just living that best life, all that Barbie doll, plastic, human imposed living. In order for people to think you're important, you got to be like the Joneses and do all this stuff I've just watched people strive for, and they never attain happiness. They might contain subdudity based on the substances that they ingest. Good girl. Is it hot in here? Do I gotta start opening windows? I got there. Good girl. Here, you want this window open? See, that's the thing. It's that weird part of year I can't open windows because they'll bring the temperature down in here and the heater will kick on even though I turn the thermostat. Everything's a thing. Oh, I was watching RP struggle with his computer this morning. People do this stuff to themselves. You know how they do themselves? You know how you get the wheel of death? You know how, it's all you, dude. Dude-ess. All you people that leave your computers on with like 50 tabs open, you do it to yourself, and I scoff at you. You're daft. You're daft. You're daft. Dense. Dunce. Dippy to twooey. That is you-y. When you're not using your computer, you know what it is? It is because they are so impatient that they don't want to wait for their computer because they use so many windows open. They can't, it's because it's all about control. And then how does that work for you? You got to freaking restart your talk. It's freaking easy. It's easy stuff. People just go, oh, all the time. They shoot themselves in the foot just because they lack discipline. They lack discipline to take care of their body, so why are they going to take care of an electronic if they're not even going to, keep themselves fit? And all these people listen to these people that don't do things that are practical. It's so funny to me. Like, they're the ones with the crowds, but I see a shift. I see a shift. I think the more the awakening happenings, I might see spikes. People might be interested in what I have to say. Hey, Peter, what's up? April 9th. I'm April 9th. I'm the 99th day. I'm born on the day that important people are born and died, but I'm the exception. Other important people were born on the day I was born and they died. And they lived big lives, but what they did is they didn't choose. I'm what happens when you choose to live from your heart, from the spirit, and have discipline. And don't do all that. Just live your best life, you know. Don't put your mom in... I'm the what happens when you don't put your parent in a home. It's more of a struggle, and society isn't made for people like me. We do exist, and there's more of us than people. I'm seeing it everywhere. People taking care of their parents. I don't like the ones that like to show videos that I don't know. I don't know. Some things are sacred, believe it or not. To me. Not to the imbalanced. And so it's like, I'm getting to the point, it's like I'm getting like, I gotta be careful not to, you know, vibe too high, cause like, you know. So I keep thinking maybe I'll make a flyer, put out like 10, at least bring a speaker down to the park and maybe go, you know, invite people to come dance, celebrate my life a little bit. I wanted to have a big old party, do all that stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. So, we'll see. I love birthdays, though. I have. I've had some pretty shitty ones. I've had a couple good ones. I had a couple of people throw me surprise. I've had 3. But 18th was probably the most, like, the biggest. Like, I had no clue. And then I got one for my 40 that I saw my girlfriend try and plant. Like, I watched her talk to people at places that we met, meetings and stuff like that. Sorry, baby. And I saw a lot of people go, oh, I can't make it that night. Oh, I can't make it. That was disappointing. That's when I started to see that people didn't care about me. I was just a body, a means to do a job for them. That's when I knew I didn't want to. I didn't need to be. Those people were my family. I thought they were my family. They were my family. So I started. Okay, here we go. Shift. And things got wild. Freaking 7 years later, I'm in fucking New Mexico, 10 miles from where Mom was probably born. It's a great story. It's a great story. It hasn't been easy. So supposedly people are going to become more disciplined. I don't know. We'll see. Everybody has free will. I haven't seen a whole lot of change. But see, that's the thing. For me, I never went along with any reindeer games. Colt, Kutcher. I mean, I went and gone to participate, and then I recognize. To me, cults are just like groups that are controlled by assholes. That, like, you know, behind closed doors, like, it's the male energy that is always overindulged, and it's those groups that end up putting stuff in their butt. Never fails. Butt stuff. Those guys. The pervs. The people that have so much, because they are the ones that desire so much control. And control is dominance. And notches on belts. I mean, how powerful of men that have sucked the souls of freaking, you know, hundreds, thousands of 12, 13, 14-year-old men, women, you know, that perpetuated the drug industry, you know, to keep people in alcohol, to soothe those woes, and to perpetuate, the OnlyFans and the porn and, all the chasing pervy sensations and, the whole society is designed because of filling holes. I mean, that's what it's like, all perversion. Where isn't the perversion? I mean, it's everywhere. They've been talking about this like since, Little Mermaid with the, I mean, you got all these people that are just like, hey, that's inappropriate. Yeah, it has been the old time. Isn't it so weird that you were programmed to not recognize it as that? And I'm always the one going, hey, that's inappropriate. And they're like, shut up, Margie. Marge, why you always got to cause problems? Shut up. Shh. That's how they do it. They stifle. Then they go, you're crazy for saying that stuff. You're crazy. You're over emotional. You're too sensitive. Yeah, because a fucking pervert had his hands on me when I'm 10 months old. It makes you twitchy. Gives you trust issues. Of course it does. It would be weird if it didn't, right? Change doesn't stop the storms. Didn't mean to turn. Anyway, I think I talk long enough. But I always liked them because I never identified with the other holidays because they sucked. Like Christmas to me, oh God, Christmas isn't getting up, with Santa bringing you presents. No, it was awkward freaking encounters between mom and dad because the judge said we had to do the court exchange by noon Christmas Day. And then mom didn't have any money, so it was 11 and a half hours of us trying to entertain ourselves on a Greyhound bus, going from San Luis or Atascadero, California to Redding, which is an 8-hour drive, but you get to tack on an extra 4 hours because you go to all the little back roads and all the little nitnoidy stops. And when the bus driver says, be back in 5 minutes, be back in 5 minutes. The people that I've seen stranded, they don't, gotta keep that schedule, should have been accountable, should have been disciplined. That's the shit that taught me how to be on time. See, there's so many people that have lived the life of freaking that other people told them to live. Go to this college, get this grade, do this, report on this, talk about this, remember this. They don't know how to think for themselves. And that society is creating an environment that you're going to have to think for yourself. And I mean, think about all the people that are going to be in big trouble because they're getting stranded in places and they don't even know how to change a tire, and they could get them out of this situation. But they don't even know how to begin to think, to look for where the jack is, to where it's so anyway. What's going on tonight? What was I talking about? I was talking about what's tonight. Tonight is, what time is it? 8:37. I think I might go up, take my resume in and print it out because I know what these people are all about. So I thought maybe I'd hand out my resume so they could get just a little idea who I am. I freaking sent the lady an email, Francis something. Francis something or other. She's like the admin for Francis Garcia at taosnewmexico.gov. I sent her an email. I said, enable the chat. What's the matter? You don't want to hear what people have to say? And she's like, and then she basically cut and pasted the same thing that's written on the town that says, our town hall meetings are a hybrid. You can show up or you can go there and submit your questions early. And if we don't like your question, we're not going to ask it, though. That's what that means to me. It's all about control. It's all about, you don't want to pay extra on Zoom to enable chat? Is that what? How much extra? Because you feed all the people that show up there. I don't get a free meal, and it makes it hard for me to leave and mom. So it's how they anyway. I respond, thank you. That's what the email said. So how much do you get paid to cut and paste, lady? Duh. So tonight, the Town of Taos County and Taos County Board of Commissioners joint meeting agenda. That's tonight. It's a joint meeting. Oh, it's at 4 p.m. Dude, they're asked. They might as well say, "Dear Marge, please come hang out with us." Might as well say that, huh? I wish I had one of those harnesses that I could just put on my chest. People would hate it, though, because I move around a lot. Those wishing to submit comments may contact the town clerk, Francella Garcia. You know what I'm going to see? When if I do go, I'm sorry, baby, I didn't mean to disrupt you. Well, I'm going to see what is it, because they got, see, they take care of their own. They don't like outsiders. They take care of their own. I don't know how to differentiate. Because I got the same DNA as these people, but they don't know it yet. Good girl, Luna. I'm from around here without being allowed to be from around here. So, 4 o'clock. Because I did send the mayor an email. I said, if you had those things at like 10 a.m., I could go. That's a hard time for me. So how nice of them to make it for 4. But I sent the mayor an email too, didn't hear back. Yeah, so. I think I'll go down and print out a couple of resumes and just, maybe I'll laminate them. Have them laminate them. So they don't, I could just wipe them off and I could reuse them. I know who you are. This is who I am. What are your credentials? Since credentials matter to you people, what can you do? I'm like one of that steward. Look what I can do. So, anyways, we'll see. I like birthdays because they tell me who people are. That's why I like it. Because to me, people that are born on a day, they have the feeling of the day. So I think about what that day feels like, and then the people feel like that day. Oh, like, because Capricorns, to me, they're kind of cold. They're born in winter. When I'm around them, they kind of, Virgos? Virgos are like the swamp ass season as far as I'm concerned. Like that halfway between spring, like it's hot, but it's like temperature. Whoa, I don't know. Am I going to be hot? Am I going to be cold? When they live in their ego, though, I can't freaking dial in. I can't. I can only freaking spend so much of freaking pop collars. Every dude that I've ever seen in my whole fucking life that has popped my collar was nobody I ever wanted to hang out with, and nobody that ever fucking wanted to hang out with me. And the thing of it is I would be cool, and I try. I don't care what people look like. If they feel like, hey, I recognize something, and then you're cool, and then I try to connect, and they're like, brr. Oh, okay. We are not. We don't have. I see the goodness in you. I apologize. You're seeing the shadow in me. My mistake. You're on one pole and I'm on the other. Later, dude. Be well. Peace out. Anyway, so I think that's about all I got for now. I might be talking later. I did make some butter today. I had to strain it in the freaking headband because I didn't have no. Let's see what it looks like. It's not quite set up. I cook it overnight. This guy went about 12 hours. Butter. This is a medicine that I use. Makes people feel good. It's the least I can do. There's so many people in the world that feel bad, And they don't know. I keep trying to tell them, you want to feel better about yourself, go do something for somebody else. Anything that has it worse than you. They don't got to be, poorer than you or it's just somebody, just do something that connects you to another human being. But people are just, no, I'm going to stay closed up in my house and, and wait till I feel better. And the thing that makes you feel better is being of service and doing things for other people. Not just going around doing whatever you want. Look at the consequences. Look how many people are losing that best life. They're losing their best lives from doing all those things. Those over greedily, pungent, gluttonous indulgences. Because they just can't help themselves. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.